Every 2 weeks in Livehouse in a converted dock warehouse in Liverpool, a group of people of different ages and with varied interests meet up for conversation and other activities. The group is called Call Up, and the people who go there are all linked by one thing: they use communication aids. Today the group are having a discussion centered around the subject of football.
I have heard a funny story the other day that David James refused to give Sky an interview because they hadn't been round to fix his Sky for him. Anyway, Sky came round the next day and fixed it.
Liverpool Football Club is like a religion to me.
Football is the matter and I'm going to see the ticket.
Must be really expensive.
Yes.
Is it very expensive?
I'd like to see a lot more spaces for wheelchair users at the stadium. At the moment, most are used up by season ticket holders.
It is difficult to get in because of the waiting list.
Why is that, Adam? Was that a waiting list for a season ticket? Yeah.
I read the Echo and found the ticket office number. My son took me to the Champions League to watch Liverpool at Anfield.
I cannot understand why people would pay to stand in the rain.
We stand in the rain because it doesn't matter if you are engrossed in the contest.
Tell me one good thing about football.
I think that football is a good contest of wills. The will to win versus the rules that say you must not do so without fouling the opposing players.
You people need an education.
I have a degree, so I am very well educated, but I still like football.
So how come the West Indians are better than us?
Because it's always rain and we don't get to practice outside.
The group has a varied program working with a range of outside practitioners.
What the idea is, you've got to go around and you've got to make that contact, whoever, holding or whatever you're saying. But you've got to shake hands. See if we can get round as many people as you can. And I can't let go. Well, I can let go of Joe, but I can't let go of Mark, so I found another hand. So you've always got to have at least one. So this is how we progress. But we're all doing it at the same time. We've always got to be in contact with one person. So say hello, smile, say hi Mark, and then so see if we can twist John out to be next to Mark. What it is, we're just sending a message, which is like a light squeeze or a movement, whatever's appropriate.
Yes.
Sending it round the room. So you've got to be in contact somehow. We're going to play Stop Go, which sounds pretty straightforward, except it's a game of opposites. So whenever the leader says stop, you have to go. And whenever the leader says go, you've got to stop. That'll be you.
No.
Me. I'm sure you're wrong.
Stop.
Go.
And Abby's just put herself out there.
Stop.
Go. Go.
One of the primary aims of the group is to share technical knowledge and to offer support to one another. especially to new users of communication aids.
The group formed as a result of Merseyside Call, Communication Aids Lending Library, winding up as they had attained their aim of getting communication aids, which left a gap in support services which we thought that we could provide. The first thing that you need to know is how to carry on a conversation with confidence.
You know, it's not so good when he wants to have a private conversation with someone if people are all reading, you know, what he's writing, because it's not, you know, it's none of their business.
So just
I need something.
Alan wants to show you a page that he's got, which is called I Need Something. And he's got a lot of messages on here which are silent, so they don't speak. They're things that he wouldn't want everyone to know. Like, I feel sick, I want to go to the toilet. This is boring, let's go home.
It also brings the personality out, and that person who's got the communication aid, because they have got a personality as well. And you can have a laugh with them. They're just normal. All it is they've lost their voice or got disabilities, and you know, we've got to put that to the side in life. We're all the same, really. We've all got common sense. What's normal?
Yeah, go on, let's see it.
That's a newer model in Joseph.
Oh yeah.
That's set up for recency, so the first word that comes up is the...
He writes F and all of these things come up. Beginning with F and pictures of what they are.
But the first word is the word he most frequently uses that begins with F.
I got my communication aid through the speech therapist at a pre-hospital.
Do you think it's harder if you're an older person when you first start using your communication aid?
Well, my dad's 82, but he finds it pretty alright to use, because it helps. He's got big letters and that.
And it's ideal for Grandad because it is plain, where you see likes of Joe or Alan's, and all of the coloured and all of the buttons are just confusing, so he wouldn't use it at all.
It'd be a bit more active for him, wouldn't it?
There have been many people who are quite daunted by the fact that this voice is started by them. I think that the later users are more concerned about the fact that the voice issuing from the machine doesn't sound anything like them. My speech is too posh for me. My accent was not Scouse, but rather a mixture of Scottish and general northern tones.
Has anyone got a Scouse accent on their computer?
No, but my body is dead.
But your battery's there.
Some of these machines are just so alien to people. You know, they don't really understand, or they're quite frightened of, you know, using them. But with the help of other users, people have come, you know, a lot better with them, haven't they?
I went to PayPoint to pay a bill for my mum. Afterward, the company said there was no payment record, so I had to go to the police station to give a statement with my aid. The policewoman was very impressed with my aid. She had never seen one and through had never taken a statement with one. This was the first time my aid was helpful in an important situation.
Yeah.
When I was losing my speech, I was worried that if I got an aid, my friends would think that I was ignoring them by my typing, which is very slow and deliberate. But when I got an aid, I found that my fears were unfounded. They told me that the only thing that had worried them was if they could understand it. Else how could they know what I was feeling or what I wanted? So the first thing that I did when I got an aid was buy them all a round of drinks. It's a good job that I get an excellent pension from Kodak.
Before call-up, and the proliferation of the aids, things were very different.
My education was a nightmare due to my poor speech. People misunderstood what I would say. This left me in a state of frustration and anger. People would turn away and ignore me. Whilst at college, people took more time to digest what I would say. It was about this time that my speech therapist took me to a speech and language center at Sandwell. It was from here that I obtained my first light writer speech aid. Communication became a lot easier. From here I eventually went on to university, where I graduated with a B.A. in Sociology and American Studies. Since then, I now have a Dynavox 8. If I had had this more advanced machine in the 70s, things would have been a lot different, I am sure. Today, I am more confident and able to communicate with my peers. Today, people with my speech problems are more aware of communication aids.
When Mark was first born and the doctors came round to see him, they told me then that Mark would never do anything in life, and they suggested that they take him and put him into a residential care, and for us just to go home and have other children and get on with our lives. And now he's 51, and he's sort of, well, this is it, he's done it, and we've pulled him through, which we're very happy about.
The disabled person, in many cases, can make themselves understood by making the listener be more attentive. By the use of these machines, they're able to do so.
Well, this is the boy that said wouldn't live, wouldn't do anything at all in his life, and this is the result. He got the last laugh.
When did Boxing Day fall on New Year's Day?
Yeah.
The 2:30 at Ascot in 1927. He was a horse. Who played at Liverpool one week and Everton the next week?
No idea.
Referee.
Alan and Gary think it's the referee.
The Salvation
Army.
Which football club is nearest to the River Mersey?
Tranmere.
Tranmere.
Good guess.
Must be.
Stockport County.
Let's do a few warm-up games now. Let's get into a circle. Now, pass this scarf around the circle. I'd like you each to try and do something different with it.
Smack it.
Walk on, walk on.
Kissing it.
Oh. Come on. Come on.
Now, let's try moving this parachute up and down. We're just doing this for a laugh.
When Alan uses this parachute in dance workshops, it's to cool people down. Because when we manage to get it going up and down properly, it makes a lovely breeze. And is anybody who's really hot?
Okay, Mom.
Now, let's try moving this ball around the parachute and not letting it fall on the floor. Keep it moving.
Try and keep it moving round.
Now, let's try moving the ball across the parachute from one person to another. One person starts and then stares hard at the person they are trying to pass the ball to.
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, they're still coming after all these years, so something must be getting done right. And they come and they have a cup of tea and a chat, talk about different things, and, we've done different things over time.
Any of these groups around, these kind of groups are invaluable. They just, whether it be for carers and parents or just for people to not feel so isolated and realise that they're not the only ones that use communication devices.
There was a national project and they were interviewing people across the country in, I think, 3 sites. And they knew that Liverpool had a really
vocal group, and so they use the call-up group as a consultation group, and they've been involved and they've come back and they feed back to the ministers about what the group feels, and then they come back and feed to the group, feed their response to the group. So that's been an ongoing and positive project.
I suppose we're better supported in Liverpool, really. We're quite lucky. We've got the structure in place, really, to provide machines, because we've got speech and language therapists who are really interested in what they're doing and really push for the aids for people who need them.
My light rider is the light of my life, coming second only to my wife. Both have given me life and helped see me through. Inside we both know what's going on. I'm not going to sit in silence. I'll write what I like without a fight. Make a noise, make it clear, you will hear my voice everywhere. Having had a stammer before, my communication aid ensures I have it no more.